The hybrid program at the Fix Gym is going really well for me. I really thought at first that I wouldn't be able to do stuff on my own, even if it was through an online person who was live and teaching me through that. I didn't think that that was something that I would be able to accomplish on my own. But surprisingly, I actually have enjoyed doing the on-demand workouts, which is another offering at the Fix Gym. And that's really helped because sometimes the online program, in terms of a timing, I might want to do it at a different time than what's available. So I can do the on-demand anytime that I want, which has been really, really helpful. And I don't feel like I'm losing my motivation whenever I have days where I can't make an online class, but I can do an on-demand class. I still slot that time in to make sure that it's part of my routine. What's going well with the program at the Fix Gym is the mix of the online, the on-demand, and the in-person sessions. I think that at different times you need different things, and so to have options available to you that make sense and can fit into your life in a way that makes you feel like you can accomplish something. I think that's been the biggest takeaway for me with the availability of these different options. So one struggle or one roadblock that I had was finding the motivation to be able to do the on-demand classes. And what was really helpful is that Tiger reached out after, I told him I was going to do the workout. He would reach out to me afterwards to say, hey, how was the workout? And that right there was the accountability, because if I didn't do the workout, then I would have to tell him, and then I would tell him the next time I was going to do it, he would check in with me again. So that's what made this a lot more achievable for me, because I was a little hesitant to transition from in-person to online and then to on-demand, or having on-demand as an alternative option to the online classes. The on-demand, I luckily have a gym in my apartment, and so I go downstairs with my iPad. We have Wi-Fi down there. So I set an account up with the Fix Gym, and then I just set up my iPad and I started. I usually like to also bring my phone so that I can play music, because you can't play music on the same device that you're listening to or watching the actual workout from, because the audio will take over. So if you want to listen to music, bring a speaker or a phone or something with you. I like to put my headphones in, and I won't listen to the course. I just kind of mute it and then go through. And sometimes I listen to it and I'll just have the music in the background, on my phone, not having my earphones in, which that also works. But I like it because the warm up and then rolling out, it just feels like part of the routine that you're doing. When you're in person, it feels the exact same. And you have Tiger who's doing all of the videos, so it feels like somebody's working out with you, and that's pretty cool. The scanning at the Fix Gym, initially I was a little hesitant towards it, because one of the reasons that I chose the Fix Gym was because I was trying to establish exercise in my life as a habit versus something that was measured, metrically. And so I was concerned a little bit that this would be focused on that, but in actuality, the scanner was very informative. I didn't realize that when you weight train, you actually gain bone muscle or bone mass or bone density. Is it bone density? That was fascinating to me, learning the difference between, understanding what lean muscle mass is versus what your body fat percentage is, and then where you sit within, the health range, which I understand, to a degree, is a little bit, comparing yourself to others, or, that can kind of come into play. But for me, it was more about being informed, or my eyes being opened up to, wow, oh, okay, I can actually just not compete with myself or not compete with anybody else, but just have a better understanding of what my makeup is and how that operates and feeds into what I do, activity wise, but also what I'm eating and how all of that just plays in together. So I think the scanner really helped me understand more holistically around the makeup of my, on a deeper level and understanding more of the scientific stuff, which is something I've always been a little bit hesitant to learn. But this has really opened my eyes to see, oh, okay, like it would be better to understand my body and my makeup and like, you know, some of the sciencey stuff that I always dismiss.